Hello, guys. Greetings from Serpent Consulting Services Private Limited. So, fine, we are all set to start with our webinar, our session. And first of all, thank you very much, all of you, for getting yourself registered for this session and for being with us to discuss in detail about one of our custom-made solution, which is nothing but Odoo plus RingCentral integration. So my name is Ninad Bhatt, and I'm going to take you through our solution with various of its configuration and functional aspects. So sequentially, if I talk about the topics, the points we are going to discuss, as you can see on the screen, that we will start by the introduction of SerpentCS, who we are, which kind of services we have, right? Then we also will have the this flat look inside what is RingCentral, how Odoo can be configured with RingCentral account you have. And in the fourth point, which is going to be one of the major and one of the important points that we are going to discuss, that's going to be the practical demonstration of our solution. So in the fourth point, we are exactly going to show you that how bulk calling or a messaging can work. If you have 50 plus 100 or 200 plus people maybe working in some kind of a sales or the support department, and if you have a huge database for them to be in touch with via calling or messaging thing, then in such scenarios how this solution can be helpful to you. So that exactly we are going to have a look at in the fourth point. And at the end, we are going to take a look at the target audience who can use it. We will also try to cover some kind of the practical scenario of practical business scenario that the Ring Central plus Odoo solution can be useful. All right, so we're going to start up with our session. I believe we are full house over here. I can see there's so many people joining in, so we simply can start with our session today. Right. So if I talk first about our Serpent Consulting Services Private Limited, so yes, not to forget to mention that we are one of the prominent and leading gold partners of Odoo. We have been working into this ERP segment since more than 9 years. And of course, at the same number of years, we have been the partner to Odoo as well. We are having 170 plus countries that we have so far served, and we are serving our clients with three major things. One would be the standard ERP implementation. Second would be the custom made solutions that we are having, because currently we are having 50 plus custom made solution on top of the various versions of Odoo. And at the same time, or I can say in the parallel way, we are also offering the development and customization services to all of our global clients. So currently we are viewing is the corporate website of Serpent. It is listing down some of the major solutions that we are having, including hotel management, gym management, field service management. Also, we are having our custom touch on Odoo's standard applications. And this is how exactly we have been working. We are having 100 plus people as of now on board, wherein 80 plus people would be in the technical team, and the rest of the people either would be the functional expert or would be the techno-functional people. So as the screen says again that there is no any business vertical that we haven't worked for. So right from education, hospitality, travel industry, manufacturing, healthcare, real estate. So you just name the business vertical, and I would say that we are having something for that, or at least we have served once for to any of our clients in that industry. We also have served some of the government clients as well globally. So these are some of our happy clients, and if I talk about some of our functional or technical achievement, I would say that we are having certified people on board, and we are having certified consultant, all in version 12, 13, and 14, which is the latest one as of now. So that's how the Serpent CS works. I take care of the solution consulting over here, and today, as you all knows, that we are going to take a brief look inside one of our integrated solution, which is Odoo plus Ring Central Integration. So basically, if I talk about the Ring Central thing, it is nothing but the global provider of cloud telephony, right? Or a kind of the VoIP services, we can say the voice over internet protocol. It is a platform which provides us that particular channel which we can integrate with any of our solution. We can utilize that particular calling or a messaging or a communication channel, I would say rather. And by using that particular service, by using that particular common channel, we directly can be in touch with anybody via a phone call or via a text message. At least for Odoo and Ring Central solution that we are going to discuss about, it has two major functionalities, which is calling and messaging. So Ring Central, I would say it's a 20 years old company from US and offering us various solutions for the communication in the field of communication, and they are having various of things to get integrated with any of your solution. In our case, it's going to be Odoo, and we are having this integration with our version 13 and version 14 of both for Odoo Enterprise and Odoo Community. All right. So you simply can jump onto our website and search for this particular page that currently we are viewing, so that it will also help you to get some more theoretical information about how this integrated solution actually works, and who can use it. And if you're having any specific queries, you directly can be in touch with our consultant just by filling in this particular form. So I think, guys, that's it about SerpentCS, and that's it about what is Ring Central, I would say. So I just believe that you have the basic fundamental clear in your mind, that what SerpentCS is doing, which kind of solution that we have as in Odoo, and how we have integrated Odoo with one of the leading, uh, you know, cloud telephony provider, which is Ring Central. Excuse me. So for that, now we are jumping inside our third topic over here, and we are going to have a look at how Odoo can be configured with Ring Central account. Of course, prior which you just will need to have a particular Ring Central account prior you start going with the configuration or going with any further settings that you may need to do between Odoo and Ring Central. So we just presume that you have that already, and the further points which I'm going to explain you over here, it will surely help you to get more things done by the easy steps of configuration. Okay, so coming to the configuration thing, I would first introduce you with the home screen, with the landing screen. Just upon login, what we are going to have a look at is this thing, and it will simply be having and displaying the some of the standard applications of Odoo, including CRM and phone call, which is nothing but the extra application that we can see because of this Ring Central and Odoo integration. So prior which I would just jump inside the settings. In the general setting, we are just going to first of all activate the developer mode so that we can access some of the extra technical menu items as well. So by doing that, we will simply be having something wherein we are entering some of the credentials to our screen, to our Odoo, I would say. Okay, so as this icon shows up over here, which means that we have activated the developer mode. We are going back inside the setting, going inside users and companies. Again, I'm selecting to go with companies over here. If you're working in a multi-company environment, then you should be very much precise in order to select a particular company that you are going to work with, along with the Ring Central controls that we may have further. So Pro Color Services, that is the name of our company that I am, having here. So let's assume that we guys are working with Pro Color Services, and we have been told to set up the Odoo and Ring Central thing so that we can start using the integrated solution like this. So as you might have noticed that we would generally be having these many fields over here when we are going inside settings, when we are going inside the companies, we would generally be having these many fields and details to be filled in. But what we could add extra and what we can see extra is that and there is another tab over here for the Ring Central configuration, and as you can see that these are some of the custom fields which have been added accordingly. So I would say right from the Ring Central server, Ring Central application key, the secret key, the Ring Central redirect URI. So these are some of the technical credentials that we may get from our Ring Central account, especially when we are going to work on when we have worked with the APIs kind of thing, right? Some of you might be from the technical background, so of course you guys are very well aware about the fact that if we want to integrate something, you know, for a solution or to a solution, we may need some kind of an API so that we can connect. We can simply have a bridge between one solution to another, so that both of these solutions can use each other's services and can give us the complete software solution, to our clients. So for that, we assume that we already have entered these and we already have received these credentials to be entered inside our users and companies. And while we are entering inside the companies, we simply can check through the Ring Central configuration tab over here, and we simply can get them entered. All right. So entering this information will allow us to have our CRM, especially in a way where it will, however, is going to be the normal looking CRM. But if you have noticed that we are having some extra controls added over here, and but obvious thing that is because of this kind of integration that we are having with Ring Central. So of course, these controls we have received on a CRM screen from Ring Central. All right. So then we are going to have a practical look inside our Odoo plus Ring Central integrated solution. So I just hope that you guys are completely aware that it's just going to be a common and a normal CRM that we are going to use. But as I mentioned earlier, that we will be getting some extra controls from Ring Central, and that, of course, as the icon suggests over here, that we are having something for calling, we have something for messaging, we have something for the logs, and we're going to have a look into detail that how it can be accessed further. Okay, so let's go one by one over here. So if I tell you about some of the major menu items, so again it has the same thing, but leads and sorry, a phone call and phone call about, these two are the major menu items again, which have been added dynamically upon getting this CRM integrated with Ring Central. And of course, because of that, we have we can see these options over here. So first of all, we simply can go inside phone calls. If you will not be logged inside the solution, you simply can we always have an option to logging from here. But since we are already logged inside the solution, we can see these controls over here. Okay. So then if I talk about the leads or opportunities over here, if I click on any of the leads, so of course that's one of the standard functionalities that we have received from the Odoo. In fact, I would say it's a part of the standard application that we simply can send the direct text message, or we simply can call this particular contact just by clicking on this particular icon. But that is something from the standard application, that is something from the standard modules that from Odoo. But if we want to use Ring Central controls, that's going to be very much easier for us. So for that, we are having this particular panel, as you can see on the screen. So initially, we'll just have a look at the different screens and different things that we have got from Ring Central. So as you can see that we are having a very cool dialer over here. If you don't have the number, or if you don't have the context saved inside your CRM, right? So we simply can dial in the number manually, or we are getting the on screen keypad over here, so that if you want to type in the number, we always have an option for that. Or else the best way is to simply click here inside this field, and just by pressing a space bar or the enter bar, I would say, uh, we will directly be getting the list of contacts that we are already having in our Odoo solution. So that is, I think, very much easy for us to directly and quickly call someone on the other side. Then if you talk about the messaging features over here, so we are having an option to compose a new message like this. It will again be opening up a small window, small pop-up window, wherein again we can enter the number, or we can get it selected from the contact. We can mention the text simply over here. We can choose a file if you want to send or share some kind of an attachment file to the recipient. Then we are having a direct option for that, like this. And of course, as the icon says, that we simply can, after entering every of this thing, we simply can send a text message. If it is with an attachment, the recipient may get this attachment along with the message that we have already sent. And also, one more thing to notice over here is that we are having some numbers, we are having some contacts over here which are nothing but the recently used numbers, recently sent messages. Messages will not directly be get displayed over here, but yes, we at least can access the number that we have been using simultaneously, and that we have been using, that we just have used recently, I would say. So some of the recent numbers, in short, will be listed down over here. So it will be quite quick for us to connect with the person again. Same goes with the other messages over here, wherein we simply can have a look at all the messages or the received messages like this from here. This particular screen, this particular area of the window will directly be showing you the messages. Um, and if I talk about the other things, so yes, we are having the contact, we are having the directory itself attached with the Ring Central control panel itself. So the same contact that we are having created into our Odoo solution will directly get synced and will directly get displayed over here. And of course, at the end, we should be able to check through the call logs or the messaging logs. Ensure the communication history should be maintained and displayed somewhere. So for that, we are having call logs. So on the other side, I would say that it's not just about the SMSs and calling functionality here on the lead, but if I talk about the customer's form, let's say I'm just going inside the lead and I'm just going inside one particular customer. So there also we can find two extra and additionally added tabs, let's say phone log and message log, which means nothing. But if you have used your Ring Central control to get in touch with this particular customer on this number, so that particular call or messaging log will directly get listed and displayed over here like this. So it's just not the Ring Central controls which is giving us the information, but it is directly integrated with the leads and opportunities in the, in the, I would say, the extensive way which is possible, and we can access the same thing for a specific customer by going inside a lead and by again going inside that particular customer. So that's it. All right, so then I think we're going to have the practical look inside how exactly it works. And for that, I have kept another tab open where I already have casted my mobile screen. And I'm going to show you that how I'm getting messaging, how I'm getting calls, how I'm performing the outbound calling from my mobile device to the Ring Central user, and how every such thing works. So first of all, let's try to send a message from Ring Central to this particular mobile screen. Also, I think I should not forget to mention that currently we are using the developer's account, right, which might have some extra capabilities and extra rights. But again, because of that only, it is not going to be the normal messaging for now, but at least this explanation will be enough for you to understand that how the Ring Central solution works when it comes to calling and messaging. All right, so I'm just picking up one of the number from here. As I have selected the number from the recent history, so it may display us some of the older conversations. And I'm tapping in the message like this, and I'm going to send that message to this recipient. It can simply show us a normal message that the the text message has already been sent. So let's check what's happening on my mobile screen. Right, so fine, as you can see that we are having some kind of notification from this app, from my messaging application. Opening up that notification, it will simply be leading me to the actual message which I have sent. So hello webinar viewers, that was the actual text that I entered there on my integrated environment. And this is the text, the same text that I am receiving on my mobile device. Let's assume that it's going to be the support services that we are in touch with. So I have saved that particular number from here. Otherwise, just by going inside the contact, we also can check that what's the number actually which we are currently in touch with. Okay, so I'm going to reply to this message. And what I have written over here is hello Ring Central. So now, when we are getting back inside our Odoo and Ring Central integrated environment. And as you can see that it simply pops up a window to mention that you have some notification, and at the same time it directly shows us the actual message which was sent from a mobile device to the Ring Central servers. All right, so that's all about how the two-way messaging actually works. Let's also have a look at the messaging thing, how exactly it can work when we are sending some kind of a file or an image to the recipient. So let's say we are going inside images, and okay, don't stop until you are proud. Fine. So I think that's going to be the message. I want to motivate, my recipient by this message. I hope he or she will be getting that. So I just have attached that thing over here. If I want, I simply can change the image as well prior I sent something to my recipient, and let's say I'm choosing this particular thing to be sent. I'm clicking on the sent item. Okay, it's just asking us to write a message. So I would say a message with an image. All right, so we again have received a notification, and we are going to check on their mobile device that how exactly it has been received. So as you can see on the screen that a message with an image is was the text, and this particular image has came over here. So again, that's going to be the two-way communication. Both, both the ends can communicate or a text message. Even if you are using Odoo plus Ring Central Integrated Solution, you don't need any, credits for the messaging. Yes, you may need some extra credits for the calling thing, right? But again, you can receive the incoming calls without any credits. So then I think it's a time to have a look at the calling, how exactly the calling is going to work. So same goes with that. I hope you guys can properly view my mobile screen over here. I'm going to call support services, and here's an icon that I'm going to click for the calling.
CS. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For the
So it
operator,
is asking
press
us to
zero.
dial an
For the
extension.
dial by name.
Let's say it's going to be 0. I have
This is
dialed
a
that.
test call using a Ring Central developer account. Please hold while I try to connect you.
Right. So that is the way we are receiving the calls. It will simply be opening up a small window which will directly show us that who is calling us, and uh, we can talk with that particular person and we can act accordingly with the further things out there. All right, so if I again talk about that's how the incoming calls are being received. But if I talk about the dial out number, again we are having very cool controls, as I said. All right, so we simply can dial in from this particular pad, or if again, we want to use a particular number from the recent communication history, so we simply can pick them up and we simply can dial them. But again, if you have missed to have a look at that tiny small pop-up, which gives us many other controls as well. Apart from calling, it has the extra facilities to transfer the call, to flip the call, and that's how exactly the outbound calling is actually working. Let's take a look again. So as I said, and as I mentioned earlier, that we don't have, we're using the developer's account, and just for the demonstration purpose, I think we haven't, gone ahead and taken the extra credits for that. But yes, at least I believe that you guys have got the basic and fair idea, basic still fair idea that how exactly it's going to work, and which are the other controls that you are getting upon uh, having such integrated solution in place. All right, so it's as simple as that. We have kept it very simple in a way that everybody, if anyone is using it for the first time, right, the person should and the user should completely be comfortable to use all the Ring Central controls along with the existing features and functionalities of Odoo. So that's what our motto was when we were working on this particular project, this particular integration project. So that's how, in fact, it's going to be. Fine. So I just hope that you have received, you have, taken a proper look inside what I have shown, and you got the proper and fair idea of how this integrated solution works. And if I talk about the target audiences at the end, majorly I would say that the people who are either working in the sales department, let's assume that there is a company which has 10, 50, or 50, or let's say 100 salespeople, right? So might be possible that it is really getting messy for them to use different device, let's say for a calling, again different source of information in when it comes to the contacts, when it comes to managing the contacts. And it might be possible that they are using some different application or solution for the messaging. And if they are manually calling people, let's say from the landline number or from their own mobile devices. So instead of that, what we have done over here is that we have kept everything in a one single screen, right? We have offered, by this integrated solution, we have tried to offer a single window operation when it comes to managing your contacts, calling to your recipients, sending messages, sending files even, right? As we have seen that we can send the attachment, right, with the actual text message. And also when it comes to managing different separate devices for calling, messaging, contact management, we have tried to give everything in one single solution so that it gets very easy for the person who is working in the car in let's say in the sales or support department. And if they are having the calling and messaging activities a part of their daily routine, so for them this solution will be a good fit. On the other side, if I talk about the kind of companies and organizations, so I would say that the call centers can implement such solution, because of course the call center would mostly be having the support services or any kind of the outsourcing operation services. So for that, they simply can have this kind of solution in place. And having 200, 300, or even more people, if they're having, then it will be very time saving. Time is money, of course. So it can be very much time saving for them. By the time a person switch between different devices and solutions, it offers the same thing, it offers the same capabilities of communication inside one single solution, and that's going to be Odoo plus Ring Central solution. So guys, that's it for this session. I have tried my level best to answer all your queries that you have put in the comment segment in a parallel way. You can be in touch with us, from our website, from by filling in the form, right? And you can know more about Odoo plus Ring Central solution, and also about some of our other solutions and services from our website, from our social media handles, and especially I would suggest, and rather I would insist you guys to go through our YouTube channel, wherein we are having so many other videos of our solutions and services, and you will be getting more idea of how exactly we work and what kind of solution that we are having for you. So thank you very much again for being on this webinar, being in this session, and have a nice day.